So, what really separates an average medical science liaison from a truly high-performing, a superb one? Is it just about having the deepest scientific knowledge, or is there more to the story? Well, let's dive into the 5 essential qualities that really define a top-tier MSL.
And this isn't just theory. This entire framework comes directly from the real-world insights and professional experiences of Savannah Parker, who's a practicing medical science liaison. So what you're getting here is a clear roadmap for excellence, straight from someone who's in the field doing the work every day.
Okay, so what's really interesting here is the ratio. I mean, take a look at this. Of the 5 core qualities we're about to break down, 4 of them are soft skills, and only 1 is a hard skill. And trust me, that is not an accident. It's a direct reflection of what the MSL role truly demands day in and day out. This quote from Savannah Parker just nails it. It perfectly captures the core idea. Your scientific expertise, that's your ticket to entry. It's totally non-negotiable. But your long-term success, your ability to build those deep, meaningful relationships with key opinion leaders or KOLs, that all depends on a completely different set of skills. So let's start with that one hard skill. You have to think of this as the absolute foundation for everything else. Seriously, without this, the other 4 qualities, they just can't be built on top of it. We're talking about scientific acumen. But what does scientific acumen actually mean in this context? It's not about memorizing and reciting facts. No, it's about having a genuine, deep command of your therapeutic area and, this is so important, the ability to look at clinical data with a really critical eye. We can really break this down into 2 key pieces. First up, therapeutic area mastery. This means knowing a specific field, say oncology or cardiology, inside and out, the disease states, the whole treatment landscape, and what's coming down the pipeline. Then, second is data literacy. You have to be fluent in the language of clinical trials, study design, endpoints, statistics, if you want to have a credible peer-to-peer scientific exchange. And here is just some fantastic practical advice for anyone trying to break into the role. Leverage the expertise you already have. If you're a dermatology pharmacist, you should be applying for dermatology MSL roles. Use your therapeutic powerhouse as your entry point. Don't make things harder by trying to learn a brand new clinical area and a new industry role all at the same time. Okay, so once you have that scientific foundation in place, let's move to our first soft skill pillar. This is the skill that actually puts all that knowledge into action. And that skill is communication. You can be the world's leading expert on a topic, but if you can't communicate that information effectively, your impact is going to be pretty limited. The key here is to think of communication as the vehicle. It's how you translate what's in your head into something that's valuable and understandable for a KOL. So what does great MSL communication actually look like? Well, it's things like speaking at the right pace, not just rushing through complex data points. It's tailoring your message. A principal investigator wants a very different level of detail than a busy community physician. And it's having the composure to navigate those really tough questions about data limitations or safety signals with absolute credibility. All right, let's move to our second pillar. This is a skill that is absolutely essential for building those genuine, lasting professional relationships. We're talking about emotional intelligence. In the MSL world, this really boils down to 2 things. First, self-awareness. That means knowing how you come across and being able to manage your own reactions. And second, awareness of others, which is all about the ability to read the room and really understand the pressures and realities that your KOL is facing. Let's play out a classic example. You show up for a meeting, and you can immediately see the KOL is distracted, they're looking at their watch, they're short on time. What do? Well, an emotionally intelligent MSL reads those nonverbal signals, adapts their plan on the spot, and offers either a quick 5-minute summary or simply suggests rescheduling. That simple act of respecting their time is what builds incredible trust. Okay, on to our third pillar. This is a quality that doesn't get talked about nearly enough, but it is absolutely critical for long-term success and just well-being in this field. And that's resilience. Resilience really shows up in 2 main ways. First, there's the day-to-day kind, the resilience you need to handle meeting cancellations and rejections without taking it personally. Look, these are busy clinicians, and it's almost never about you. But then there's career resilience, the ability to navigate the natural instability of the pharma industry, everything from company restructures to major pipeline shifts. And that brings us to our final quality. Now, this isn't just another pillar. You should think of this as the capstone. It's the piece that holds everything else together. We're talking about integrity.
And this is just so crucial. Your professional reputation is your most valuable asset. It's built slowly, one interaction at a time, over years. Integrity is the single, non-negotiable quality that protects that reputation, and it's the hardest thing to get back once it's been lost.
Integrity really has two sides to it. There's the visible side, presenting data fairly, always including the limitations, and respecting professional boundaries. But just as important is the invisible integrity, doing the right thing when nobody is watching. The MSL role has a ton of autonomy, and that demands an incredibly high level of personal accountability.
So, there you have it. That completes the framework. You've got the foundation of scientific acumen, supporting the 3 pillars of communication, emotional intelligence, and resilience, all of it held together by that crucial capstone of integrity. This really is the blueprint for excellence in the MSL role.
And really, this is the bottom line. Developing these skills isn't just about getting the job or being adequate. Like Savannah Parker says, the goal is to be a superb MSL, someone who provides immense value to both their company and the KOLs they serve.
The best part about all this is that you can intentionally work on and develop every single one of these qualities. So, the real question I want to leave you with is this. Looking at this framework, what's the one quality you're going to consciously start building today?